night, another nonprofit that we get to highlight and to showcase for you to see if this nonprofit speaks to your heart and that you want to be a part of and donate funds and hopefully make a difference because it doesn't take just one person to make these dreams come true for some of these projects, but you are a valuable part of that one collective that can raise money today. And we're raising money for a lot of nonprofits throughout Southern Illinois. To be exact, 106 nonprofits that are participating in Give SI on this Giving Tuesday. I'm going to bring in just a second Tony from the Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network. Give me just a second. I say that, and I do this every time. And there she is.
Hi, thank you.
We were just talking before this. I remembered you from last year, so I kind of been trying to asking about an update. So from last year to this year of participating in Give SI, give us an update. How is the Southern Illinois Food Pantry doing?
We've had a great year. We have been very blessed. Um, we are a network of community partners and food pantries. And so we've reached 95 food pantries throughout the southern 16 counties of Illinois. And we kind of just bring everyone together and share resources and share support. And so I am excited to share that we have done almost $200,000 worth of refrigerators and freezers to our area food pantries. And that's through several partnerships with Aetna Better Health of Illinois, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, Ameren Illinois, the Illinois Public Health Institute. So there have been lots of people involved in helping meet that need. I think we talked last time a lot about getting healthier foods in food pantries.
Yep.
Um, and it all starts with refrigeration and freezers. If they can't store perishable foods and healthier foods, then we can't pass those on to the people who are using the food pantry. And so this is our first step in getting healthier foods into food pantries.
So, other than the healthy foods, what does this really mean for food pantries that have these refrigerators? And are we talking big refrigerators? Are we talking like little college mini fridges? What does it mean for these food pantries?
Well, and that's a great point. We have some food pantries that are in very small rural communities that maybe serve 20 or 30 families in a very rural community. They're looking at household size refrigerators and freezers. But then we have larger food pantries that are more regional, that are open multiple days a week, and not just once a month. And those pantries might be serving thousands of people each month. And so the amount of food that's running through each food pantry and the way they serve their community is a little bit different. So we went from household size refrigerators to large 49 cubic feet refrigerators and freezers. So again, really trying to meet the need of those pantries.
That's amazing, and so I'm glad it wasn't a one size fits all. That it was really the project and the funding went to accommodate what was needed at each location.
And with that project, we have reached over 40 of the 95 food pantries with that cold storage. And it's still just a drop in the bucket. $200,000 is a lot of money, very, very blessed, but doesn't really fulfill the need that we have. And we continue to every d- I think the one great thing about our network is that we have lots of community organizations that are providing in-kind services to support the mission of the network. So when we get funding from Ameren or Blue Cross Blue Shield or Aetna or anyone else, we're able to pass 100% of those proceeds on into our food pantries. So there's no overhead expenses right now. There's no, all of that funding, any money that we get, we're able to pass along to the community that we serve.
So that's the update. Now it's the second annual Give SI campaign. What are you bringing awareness for, and what are you raising funds and hope that people will donate and contribute to for this year?
Yeah, we kicked off in August with a regional food security summit. It was the first one that we were able to host. We were able to get Feeding America and Feeding Illinois involved in that food security summit. And again, it's really not just working with our food pantries, but what are those other community services that are supporting food access? So bringing our summer meal sites, our school meal programs, our backpack programs, bringing everyone together to try to have a more unified approach to food access and food security. Specifically with our food pantry network, again, bringing healthier foods into the food pantry is important, but we also need to teach the clients how to use those foods. So, they might not be used to seeing some of the fruits and vegetables that they're receiving. And so, how can we provide nutrition education to help them utilize? How can we provide more recipes, more food demonstrations, more videos, to get once the fresher, more perishable foods are in there? How do we get them to use those foods?
Excellent. And just a couple of things real quick. I had a couple of comments on here, and one of them is my priest, Father Mark. He said hello, so I want to say hello back to Father Mark, and I know that he does a lot of good work in Heron and is a part of the Ministerial Alliance over there. And then you have a comment from Jeffrey. Tony K is my hero. The SIFPN is amazing. So there you go. I had I was
And
a little.
again, we're amazing because we've had a lot of support and a lot of key partners involved in our work. With the local health departments and SIU and SIH, we have a lot of partners that are doing behind the scenes stuff. And, we talk about last year, I think we talked a lot about our Nourish Your Neighbor, trying to do healthier food drives. Um, I have a 13-year-old son that's in student council and they're getting ready to do their food drive. And, he's already said, we're not collecting ramen noodle. I told him that we would not collect ramen. And again, not that there's, good foods and bad foods, but when you're living on a limited budget, the one thing you can't afford is ramen noodles. And so we know our pantry clients are already purchasing those. So how can we provide food that they're not already have access to and that they can't afford on their budgets?
And with the prices of everything going up, that's just about everything, Tony, right now. So it almost is hard to make healthy choices. One of the questions that I've enjoyed asking this year specifically is, what do you think are some misconceptions about the Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network, or what are some things that people don't know or maybe misunderstood about?
Well, I think again, our network, our mission is to support the food pantries across Southern Illinois. So we're not choosing one pantry over another. We're trying to work with each of them individually with how they best serve their community. We're also trying to link food pantries across. I know we have, as part of Give SI, we have several individual food pantries also having campaigns, and they work together greatly. They are sharing resources. They'll share food. They'll, make calls out for additional food. Um, what one food pantry might be short on, another food pantry has an abundance of. And so we've seen the collaboration amongst our food pantries grow. And, oftentimes our food pantries are very small and work independently of. We do have some great ones that have the ministerial alliances behind them and several churches behind them, but then we also have some that are just very small, two or three people ran. Um, and they do need that support. They need that person to be able to call, and our network has given that to them. They have the option and the opportunity to pick up the phone and to call a neighboring food pantry to get advice or to get support. Or, I mean, the pandemic, we've seen people who've never used the pantry have to use the pantry. Um, we've had to move our pantries outdoors. Our pantries, they never shut down. Food distribution continued to occur while most of us sheltered in place and came home. Our food pantries lost a lot of their volunteer staff because of the COVID pandemic. And so they've really struggled and they've really needed that sense of community. And I think the network has allowed them to share and to meet and even to provide some cold storage, as the bonus.
So is there a possibility then that now there could be ice cream at these I'm just kidding.
It's a possibility. It's again, all foods can fit. We would like families to enjoy healthier foods, but we all know we have those indulgences. So, a moderation on that one.
There's something that a couple of some of the nonprofits talked about and was in their core mission statement was to treat people with dignity. And I think that a lot of the food pantries, sometimes it's hard for people to accept that, but it's really about going in and the environment and the resources and the things that they have to offer. So I want to applaud you and all the food pantries for always making them inviting, welcoming, providing options, education. It's definitely a calling to work and go in there, and anytime that you can make it as comfortable and relaxing and treat people with dignity, I think that it's a win. And on top of that, you're able to help provide healthy choices for them as well.
Yeah. Well, and Tom, I think you make a great point. I think our food pantries are kind of a hub because they are meeting an essential need. They also, and I think John Steve said it earlier from Heron House of Hope, you know, they might not be supporting us, but they might find a resource that they didn't know about by participating in Give SI. And our food pantries, they are a hub for other community services. So they are sharing information on DHS and on homeless shelter and housing assistance and all those other services that they might be looking for in their community that they aren't aware of. And so our food pantries do a lot more than just provide food.
Excellent. So Tony's here with us talking about the Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network. And real quick, how many food pantries is that involved in that?
We have about 95 food pantries across Southern Illinois.
So if you want to make a donation to the Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network, you are also contributing and helping 90 different food pantries across to help feed. And we've had numerous people talk about distributing food and how there was such a need over the last year and a half. So if this speaks to your heart and you're wanting to have an impact, an even bigger impact on that, please consider donating to the Southern Illinois Food Pantry. Tony will do some great work with those funds that you bring in and will help make sure that it has a big impact and stays right here in Southern Illinois. So if you want to do that, you got to call 618-956-9187, or many of you are now going online to www.sicf.org/give SI and making your donations there. When you go there, there's a button that says donate, takes you to a screen. Byram's done a great job. You just start typing in Southern Illinois Community, or Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network. It'll pop up and you can make your donation there. Tony, thank you, your team, everybody at the food pantries for all the hard work that you do.
Great. Thank you, Tom.
Have a great evening.
Oh, bye-bye.
All right. Again, can't thank Tony, the Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network, for all the good work that they do. And as we wrap up our last couple of Facebook Lives, I want to give a shout out to Black Diamond Harley Davidson, Southern Illinois Healthcare, SIU Credit Union, Legence Bank, Freedom Brokers, Tru-Bilt, Banterra Bank, Egyptian Electrical Cooperative Association, Watermark Auto Group, Fager-McGee, Harness Digital Marketing, and Tison Wealth Management. We'll be back with just a couple of more. We're almost to the end, and then you still have just a couple hours left before midnight to make your donations to one of these 106 nonprofits that have participated this year in the Give SI campaign.